Do not be fooled by the colorful appearance. The creature you are looking at carries on its skin a venom so powerful that it can cause multiple organ failure in just a few minutes. A simple touch, direct contact with the skin alone, is enough for death to arrive silently. Welcome to the Amazon. Welcome to the greatest laboratory of poisons and extraordinary adaptations on planet Earth. Here in the dense, humid rainforest of the Amazon, the air is hot, intensely hot. The sound of the wind whispers through the leaves as the jungle seems to be in constant motion, breathing, living, evolving. With every step you take, you hear the sounds of the wild in their purest form. Birds singing in complex harmony, monkeys calling out in the distance, defending their territory. The constant crack of branches breaking under the weight of unseen animals. Insects buzzing, water flowing, life in perpetual motion. But what hides here goes far beyond the surface beauty the camera can capture. This is a world of extraordinary adaptations, where every creature, no matter how small, has developed unique and often brutal strategies to survive. Strategies refined over millions of years of evolution. Colors that warn of deadly danger, behaviors that challenge our understanding of how complex life can be. Life forms that seem to come from another planet, from a parallel universe where the rules of nature are even more extreme. Welcome to this fascinating journey into the deepest mysteries of the Amazon. Prepare to discover creatures that defy our boldest expectations, animals that redefine the very concept of danger, predators who are masters of their craft. Get ready to witness the true face of the Amazon jungle, where every species, no matter how small, tells a unique story of survival and adaptation. Covering more than 5 million square kilometers, the Amazon stands as the largest tropical rainforest on the planet, a superlative that barely begins to describe its true magnitude. Imagine a forested area so vast it could cover all of Western Europe and still have space left over. That is the Amazon. Occupying nearly 60% of Brazil's territory, the Amazon rainforest is far more than just a forest. It is a living world within our world, a parallel universe with its own laws, its own hierarchy, its own sense of time. More than a forest, the Amazon is an immense cradle of life, an evolutionary laboratory where natural selection operates more intensely than anywhere else on Earth. Within it, colossal trees that take centuries to grow help regulate the global climate and maintain the planet's delicate balance. Among them flourishes an unparalleled wealth of life, more than 40,000 plant species, 3,000 different kinds of fish swimming through rivers that are still not fully explored, 1,300 species of birds filling the air with sound and color, and hundreds of mammal species, ranging from highly intelligent primates to solitary, mysterious big cats. All of this extraordinary diversity, this seemingly impossible abundance of life, is concentrated in a single place, the Amazon. It is a portrait of the greatest biodiversity on the planet, gathered into an area that represents less than 1% of Earth's surface. But there is something few people know about this majestic and seemingly perfect forest. Behind all its beauty and vital importance to the world, there is a dark side. A side where nature, in its relentless wisdom, has created some of the deadliest biological weapons ever to exist. Small creatures that carry death in their veins. Animals that do not need brute strength to kill, because chemistry is their ally. The morning light slowly begins to filter through the giant trees that form the forest canopy. The heat is already intense, even at the start of the day, while the sun is still low on the horizon. The sounds of the forest awaken gradually, as if the jungle itself were opening its eyes after a long night. The jungle floor is like a wet carpet of leaves, decomposing leaves, leaves that fell months ago and are now turning into soil. With every step you take, small insects scatter in panic. You can smell the strong scent of damp earth mixed with wildflowers and rotting fruit. It is here, on this moist and living ground, that we find some of the most fascinating and, at the same time, most dangerous creatures of the Amazon, the brightly colored poison dart frogs. At first glance, they look like small jewels scattered across the forest floor. Living gems, works of art carefully placed among leaves and branches. Some glow with a vibrant yellow, adorned with elegant black stripes, as if they had been hand-painted by a perfectionist artist. Others display an electric blue so intense it seems completely artificial, as though it came straight from a pigment factory that should not exist in nature. They are small, tiny. They would fit perfectly in the palm of your hand. At first glance, they look like small jewels scattered across the forest floor. Living gems, works of art carefully placed among leaves and branches. Some glow with a vibrant yellow, adorned with elegant black stripes, as if they had been hand-painted by a perfectionist artist. Others display an electric blue so intense it seems completely artificial, as though it came straight from a pigment factory that should not exist in nature. They are small, tiny. They would fit perfectly in the palm of your hand. A child could hold one of these frogs without any difficulty. Their size, their harmless appearance, their delicate look, all of this is a trap, a deadly illusion. Do not be fooled by their charming appearance. These small frogs carry some of the most powerful poisons in the world, venoms that science is still trying to fully understand. There are several species of these colorful frogs in the Amazon, each with its own unique and terrifying traits. The golden poison dart frog, with its bright yellow color, is perhaps the most well-known. Its beauty is almost hypnotic, almost irresistible. Indigenous peoples of the region used the venom of this frog to poison their hunting arrows hundreds of years ago. The blue poison dart frog, on the other hand, astonishes with its vivid blue coloration, a blue that seems to glow even in the dim light of the forest, even when sunlight can barely penetrate the dense canopy. It is as if it carries its own internal source of light. Each color is a clear warning, a danger signal written directly on the skin. Blue, yellow, red, orange, green. Every different shade means the same thing. Keep your distance. Do not touch. You will be poisoned if you come closer. It is a visual language that predators learn and respect. No animal that has ever encountered a colorful poison dart frog makes the mistake of attacking another one. They move slowly through the forest. They are in no hurry. They feel no fear. Instinctively, they know they are among the most dangerous creatures in this wild realm. Their hops are calm and deliberate, as if they were walking along a tightrope. Every movement is calculated. Their small, black, gleaming eyes watch everything around them with a confidence few animals possess. A confidence born from the knowledge that no one, absolutely no one, wants to eat them. The skin of these frogs is like a natural poison factory, a biological production line that turns food into lethal weapons. They eat ants, they eat other small insects, insects that already contain toxic substances in their own bodies, poisons they use to defend themselves from predators. And here is the secret. Poison dart frogs are able to capture these toxins. Their bodies absorb the poisons from the insects they eat and transform them into something even purer, even more potent. It is as if they have developed a special immunity that allows them to accumulate venom from multiple sources and concentrate it in their own skin. Once the poison is stored there, they become virtually untouchable. A single golden poison dart frog contains enough venom to kill 10 adult humans. Let that sink in. A creature the size of a coin carries death for 10 people. Even when surrounded by constant risks and challenges, poison dart frogs reveal the perfection of a greater work in its smallest details. From vibrant colors that seem impossible to the invisible venom flowing through their bodies, nature displays signs of a creator who designed every form of life with a specific purpose. Every adaptation, every survival strategy, every color, every pattern carries meaning. In the Amazon, every being, no matter how small, is part of a grand design that brings together beauty, mystery, and perfect balance. We now climb up through the giant trees of the rainforest. We rise meter after meter above the ground, scaling the trunks of trees that are centuries old. Here, 10 to 15 meters above the forest floor, sunlight creates a dance of shadows among the branches, a pattern of light and darkness constantly shifting with the wind. The heat intensifies as we climb. The air becomes drier. You can smell the leaves warmed by the brutal tropical sun. It is a completely different environment from the forest floor. Here, there is more light, more heat, less humidity. It is in this vertical world, in this realm of the canopy, that we encounter one of the great masters of camouflage, the green iguana. At first glance, it can be surprisingly difficult to see her, even when she is right there, directly in front of you, looking back at you. Her body can reach nearly 2 meters in length from head to tail, yet she blends so perfectly into her surroundings that the human mind struggles to distinguish her from the leaves. The green iguana does not need venom to survive. It does not rely on deadly claws or sharp teeth. Its ultimate weapon is constant adaptation, a strategy that has worked for millions of years. When young, its bright green skin blends seamlessly with the fresh leaves sprouting in the treetops. Among young vegetation, it is practically invisible. But as it ages, something fascinating happens. A slow and gradual biological transformation. Its colors begin to change. The vibrant green gives way to darker, grayer tones, eventually becoming earthy browns. This is not merely time passing. It is not simple cosmetic aging. It is evolution in action. adaptation unfolding in real time. Older iguanas, with their darker, grayer hues, blend perfectly with thicker trunks and branches, where they often remain motionless for long hours. Each stage of life has its own camouflage strategy. It is as if the iguana has learned that different ages require different disguises. But the color change does not stop there. When the sun is strong, during the hottest hours of the day, the iguana lightens its color to better reflect heat, preventing its body from overheating. But when the forest cools as the day progresses, or when the rain arrives, it darkens to absorb every available ray of energy. The iguana carries in its skin the wisdom of a climate that never rests, of an environment in constant change. The green iguana teaches us that in the Amazon, the most obvious strategy is not always the best one. While other animals invest all their energy in speed or brute force, it chose something far more subtle: patience and the art of going unnoticed. And it worked. It worked extraordinarily well. Now, returning to the densest areas of the forest, where the vegetation is so thick that even at midday it feels like late afternoon, the environment seems immersed in an eternal twilight, a twilight that never ends. It is within this setting of perpetual shadows and suspended silence that one of the greatest predators of the Americas lives: the jaguar. With up to 80 kilograms of pure muscle packed into a perfectly built body, the Amazon jaguar is a hunting machine. More than that, it has the strongest bite relative to body size of all the big cats in the world. Yes, stronger than lions, stronger than tigers. Its jaws can exert a pressure of over 250 kilograms per square centimeter, a force powerful enough to crush the skull of a caiman in a single attack, strong enough to pierce the nearly impenetrable shell of a turtle. Its paws are massive, each about the size of a human hand, equipped with retractable claws as sharp as steel blades. The muscles in its legs are so powerful that it can leap up to 6 meters in a single bound, or climb a tree while carrying an 80-kilogram prey in its jaws as if it were nothing more than a fallen branch. The rosettes on its coat are not just beautiful decoration. They are not merely an evolutionary accident. Each pattern is unique, absolutely unique. Like a human fingerprint, every jaguar has its own rosette pattern that is never repeated. And these markings create camouflage so perfect it seems as if it were designed by a master of disguise. They break up the jaguar's outline, making it almost invisible among the forest shadows. You could be looking straight at a jaguar hidden among the trees and still not be able to see it. But there is an even more mysterious version of this supreme predator: the black jaguar. Only about 6% of all jaguars are born with this special coloration, roughly 1 in every 17. They are not a different species. They are normal jaguars that inherit a genetic condition called melanism, an excess of pigmentation that turns their fur completely black. When viewed closely, very closely, you can still see the rosettes in their dark coats, like patterns etched into the darkness. Markings that feel like nature's silent whispers. black jaguars are considered even more stealthy than their spotted relatives. They move like the darkness of the forest itself, like living shadows. Some indigenous peoples believe they are spirits of the jungle, guardians of the deepest secrets of the Amazon, protectors of an ancient knowledge that humans may never fully understand. During the hunt, the jaguar transforms. Its ancient instincts take control. It can swim for kilometers through rivers infested with caimans, pursuing fish and small crocodilians. It can crawl along the forest floor for hours, following the barely perceptible trail of a paca or a capybara. Its focus is absolute. Its determination is unshakable. Unlike other big cats that go straight for the throat of their prey, the jaguar prefers to attack the head. A single, precise bite to the skull, and it is over quickly. It is efficient. It is lethal. It is the strategy of a hunter that has learned over millions of years that a swift kill means less resistance and less risk of injury to the predator. But a jaguar's life is not only about hunting, not only about the next meal. During the breeding season, males can travel more than 100 kilometers in search of a female. They roam through the forest like nomads chasing a dream. They mark their territory with deep scratches on centuries-old trees, leaving signs that can last for years. And from time to time, they unleash a roar that can be heard up to 5 kilometers away, a call that cuts through the entire forest, announcing their presence, their strength, and their willingness to defend their domain. Today, more than 6,000 jaguars remain in the Brazilian Amazon, a number that may seem large, but one that shrinks every year. Deforestation and illegal hunting constantly threaten these magnificent predators. Every hectare of forest cleared is a piece of lost territory. Every fallen tree is a hunting opportunity that disappears. The jaguar teaches us that in the Amazon, true power does not need to show off. It does not need to make noise. It does not need to prove anything. It moves in silence, waits for the right moment, and acts with absolute precision. It is a lesson humans would do well to learn. In the dark waters of the Amazonian rivers, in the depths where sunlight can barely penetrate, where the water is so murky you cannot even see your own finger held out in front of you, there exists a predator even older than the jaguar, a predator far larger, far more dangerous. It is the black caiman, the largest crocodilian in South America. Males can easily exceed 5 meters in length. Some exceptional individuals reach up to 6 meters. They can weigh more than 400 kilograms. A creature the size of a small car that moves through the water like a ghost, silent, invisible, lethal. The black caiman is a perfect hunting machine that has evolved over more than 200 million years, dating back to the age of the dinosaurs. Its design is so efficient that it has barely changed throughout all that immense span of time. Because when something works this well, evolution has no reason to alter it.
Its eyes, nostrils, and ears are aligned along the top of its head, strategically positioned for maximum efficiency. This allows it to remain almost completely submerged in the water, with only the top of its head exposed, yet still see everything happening at the surface, breathe fresh air, hear every sound, and sense every vibration. Its black skin serves as perfect camouflage in the dark waters of the Amazon. During the day, it looks like nothing more than a floating log, a piece of wood carried downstream by the river. At night, it virtually disappears into total darkness.
It can remain motionless for hours, absolutely still like a statue, patiently waiting for fish that swim past, waiting for birds that come down to drink, waiting for capybaras that enter the river to cool off. Even smaller caimans, everything can become prey when it approaches the waters he patrols. And when it strikes, the attack is devastating, explosive. Its speed is astonishing for an animal of its size. Its jaws clamp shut with a force exceeding 15,000 kilograms per square centimeter, a pressure that crushes bone as if it were glass. Its 68 curved teeth are made to grip, not to release. Once something is caught in its jaws, there is no escape, no second chance. It is the end. But the black caiman is not just brute force. It is not merely a machine of destruction. During the breeding season, these giants become devoted parents, dedicated and fiercely protective. The females build elaborate nests along the riverbanks, digging deep pits where they carefully lay up to 50 eggs. For 90 consecutive days, the mother guards the nest day and night, without truly sleeping, without abandoning her post. She remains there, vigilant, ready to attack anything that comes near her unborn young. It is a devotion that contrasts sharply with the coldness of her appearance. The black caiman is the silent guardian of the Amazon. More than mere hunters, they maintain the river's invisible balance. They regulate fish populations. They carve pathways through dense vegetation. They shape the environment unseen and live far beyond the lifespan of most animals. Some live for more than a century, 100 years. Some reach 120 years or more. Throughout all that time, they witness entire generations of other animals being born, growing, reproducing, and disappearing. They watch generations of humans live their lives along the banks of these rivers. To look at a black caiman is to see the past still alive. It is to glimpse an echo of the age when reptiles ruled the entire planet. From the dark waters of the rivers, we now return to the bright treetops, where one of the most surprising intelligences of the forest moves through the branches with impressive agility. A tiny primate, yet remarkably intelligent. Meet the capuchin monkey. With just 45 centimeters in body length from head to torso and weighing no more than 4 kilograms, this small primate is considered by scientists and researchers around the world to be one of the most intelligent monkeys on the planet. Its intelligence is disproportionate to its size. Its dark brown fur contrasts sharply with its light-colored face, creating a natural mask that gave it its name, the capuchin monkey, as if it were wearing a thief's mask. High in the forest canopy, a group moves in coordinated formation. Every leap is calculated. Every movement has a clear purpose. They communicate through a complex language of distinct calls, specific gestures, and facial expressions that few scientists are able to fully decipher. It is a language that takes years to understand. But the true genius of the capuchin monkey reveals itself at feeding time, when it faces problems that other animals consider insurmountable. It picks up a stone with its skillful, intelligent hands and carefully places it on top of a larger stone, forming a base. Then it begins to strike the hard nut against the stone with measured force. Strike, 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 until the shell breaks, until it gains access to the nutritious pulp inside. It is the transmission of knowledge. It is culture. It is a primitive form of education that evolves and becomes more refined across generations. The social hierarchy of capuchin monkeys is complex and fascinating. The dominant male leads the group through the forest, choosing the safest routes and the best feeding sites. The females collectively care for the young, creating an intelligent network of protection in which everyone is responsible for everyone's safety. During the season of ripe fruit, they display extraordinary spatial memory. They know exactly when each tree in the forest will be heavy with ripe, juicy fruit, and they plan their routes weeks in advance, as if they possessed sophisticated mental calendars. Their diet is impressively varied. Fruit, insects, small lizards, crabs, even other small mammals are part of the menu. This dietary flexibility is one of the keys to their evolutionary success. Capuchin monkeys can live for more than 40 years in the wild. Over that time, they accumulate extraordinary knowledge about the forest in all its nuances, knowledge that is passed on like a living library to future generations. Every old monkey is a treasure trove of information. Unfortunately, accelerated deforestation and forest fragmentation pose a serious threat to these intelligent primates. Groups isolated in small patches of remaining forest are unable to maintain the genetic diversity needed to survive in the long term. Genetic problems begin to emerge. They begin to disappear. In the Brazilian Amazon lives 60% of all primate species in South America. Every capuchin monkey lost to deforestation is a piece of the forest's intelligence that disappears forever. It is a bank of knowledge erased for good. From the treetops where capuchin monkeys display their extraordinary intelligence, we move on to encounter one of the most iconic and visually striking creatures of the Amazon rainforest, a bird that has become a universal symbol of tropical biodiversity, admired around the world and extensively studied. It is the toucan. Around 22 different species of toucans live in the Amazon, each with its own unique and striking characteristics. The Toco toucan, also known as the giant toucan, is the largest of them all. It can reach up to 63 centimeters in total length and weigh as much as 680 grams. Its orange and yellow bill shines like a flame among the green leaves, visible from kilometers away. But the forest is home to many other equally fascinating species. The green-billed toucan, with its yellow throat dramatically contrasting against its emerald green bill. The yellow-breasted toucan, with black plumage adorned by an explosion of gold across its chest. And the orosiris, smaller toucans with unique, colorful patterns that look as if they were painted by a hand by a delirious artist. Despite appearing completely disproportionate to the body, creating a visual imbalance that almost seems ridiculous, the beak is in fact a masterpiece of nature. It is lightweight despite its size, it is strong, and it is packed with vital functions essential for survival. The beak helps reach distant fruits that other birds cannot access. It captures small insects with surgical precision. It even helps regulate body temperature on the hottest days in the forest, functioning as a biological radiator. In the air, toucans fly in distinctive, undulating paths, alternating between rapid wing beats and short glides. Their flights seem choreographed, and within the forest, their voices break the silence with harsh croaks and sharp calls that are always unmistakable. You learn to recognize a toucan by sound long before you ever manage to see one. More than admired and photographed visual icons, toucans are the gardeners of the Amazon. By feeding on fruit and dispersing seeds over great distances through their movements and their droppings, they ensure the forest's continuous regeneration. They are key agents of plant dispersal, helping to sustain botanical biodiversity. But beauty also attracts inevitable dangers. Snakes track their nests, monkeys come to steal eggs, even larger, more aggressive birds circle their nesting sites, waiting for an opportunity. That is why toucans seek deep cavities in ancient, towering trees, trusting height itself to provide the crucial safety their chicks need. Colorful, noisy, and indispensable to the forest's delicate balance, toucans now give way to another vibrant and extraordinary symbol of the Amazon: the scarlet ibis. Along the muddy riverbanks and in the flooded areas of the Amazon, where water meets land in a unique ecosystem, an intense red dramatically breaks through the dominant green of the landscape. It is impossible to ignore the presence of the scarlet ibis. Absolutely impossible. Its crimson plumage seems illuminated by the tropical sun, creating a visual effect that mesmerizes any observer. Flocks of these birds turn the sky into a living spectacle of color and coordinated movement. The secret behind this extraordinary and striking color lies in its specialized diet. Crustaceans, crabs, foods rich in natural pigments that gradually dye their feathers throughout their lives. As they feed, their color slowly becomes more vibrant, more intensely red. Elegant and highly social, ibises gather in large colonies of hundreds or even thousands of individuals. They build elaborate nests in mangroves and low trees, always close to the water that provides them with a constant source of food. There, the female lays 2 to 4 eggs, which are cared for cooperatively by the pair for several weeks. Both parents take turns. Both feed the chicks after they hatch. It is a partnership that shows genuine dedication. During flight, their movements are graceful and fluid, alternating rapid wing beats with long glides in tight formation. And when they land together in a tree, they stain the landscape a vivid red, like a flame spreading across the horizon in waves of visual heat. The scarlet ibis is more than a stunning and beautiful bird. It is also a crucial indicator of the health of the Amazon's wetland ecosystems. Where it thrives and reproduces successfully, aquatic life remains in balance. Where it disappears, there is a warning sign of ecological trouble. In northern Brazil, these birds live in colonies integrated with other species, such as cormorants and herons, forming mixed communities that move as food availability changes with the seasons. They are social, gregarious birds that fish together and rest together, displaying some of the most cooperative behaviors found among Amazonian birds. It is a powerful example of harmony between different species. After the vibrant red that paints the Amazonian skies, after all the color, movement, and energy we have witnessed, the forest now leads us to an unexpected and profound contrast. Slow silence, perfect calm. The sloth. She does not live through bursts of color or frantic movement. Her existence is defined by an almost meditative calm. High among the branches, hanging upside down in a way that would defy the anatomy of any other mammal, she turns slowness into her greatest defense. There are two species that share this suspended world among the treetops: the two-toed sloth, with nocturnal habits and elusive behavior, and the three-toed sloth, with a face so serene it seems to carry a permanent, almost mystical smile. Both follow the same rhythm of life: rare, deliberate movements, energy reduced to the absolute minimum. A life that flows slowly, so slowly, it seems to stand still.
Every movement is like a dance in slow motion, choreographed by the very rhythms of the universe. It takes minutes to cover a distance that other animals cross in seconds. But within this restrained pace, this calculated slowness, there is a deep ancestral wisdom. It is the philosophy of using only what is necessary, of never wasting strength, of understanding that in an environment where food is scarce, wasted energy is guaranteed death. Its diet is modest and low in nutrients, leaves, shoots, occasional fruit, nothing that seems particularly energy-rich. Yet it is enough to sustain a body that through millions of years of evolution has learned to live at the absolute edge of energy efficiency. Food moves slowly, very slowly, through a sloth's digestive system. It can take weeks for a meal to be fully digested. Even breathing and heartbeats follow the same slowed rhythm, as if the sloth had learned how to slow down time itself. Within the sloth's body, the forest finds literal shelter. Its long, coarse fur becomes home to algae and tiny insects of every shape and size. A unique micro-ecosystem forms there, where life flourishes on an almost invisible scale, proving that even apparent stillness can generate quiet abundance. And though it is extremely vulnerable on the forest floor, in the canopy it becomes nearly invisible. Its natural camouflage, the absolute silence of its movements, and its suspended life among the branches make it almost untouchable, even to formidable predators such as jaguars and harpy eagles.
The sloth is a reminder that the Amazon is not made only of speed, color, or brute strength. It is also made of silence, of pause, of a kind of time that flows slowly, different from the accelerated time of the modern world. It is a symbol of serene resilience, a calm reflection of the Creator among the trees. It teaches us that there is another way to live, more connected, more mindful, more aligned with natural rhythms. But while we admire all this extraordinary and almost unreal biodiversity, while we marvel at these adaptations and survival strategies, a troubling and urgent reality threatens every one of the species we have just come to know. Illegal deforestation is advancing. It is accelerating. It is pushing hundreds of Amazonian animals to the brink of extinction. Entire areas of forest disappear daily under the buzz of chainsaws and the roar of bulldozers, taking with them the homes of thousands of animals that have evolved here over millions of years. With every tree felled, the hunting grounds of jaguars shrink dramatically. With each hectare destroyed, toucan nests lose the centuries-old trees that took hundreds of years to grow. The colorful dart frogs, which depend on the specific humidity of an intact forest, cannot survive in degraded areas. Their populations collapse within years. The migratory routes of the ibises are disrupted when mangroves are destroyed to make way for cattle pastures. Capuchin monkeys become isolated in ever smaller fragments of forest, prisoners of their own habitat. The numbers are absolutely alarming, devastating. Every minute, we lose an area of forest equivalent to 2 football fields. Let that sink in. While you read this, while you breathe, while your heart beats, 2 football fields of primary forest are being destroyed. This means that during the roughly 1 hour you've spent watching this documentary, dozens, perhaps hundreds of hectares of the Amazon may have been wiped out, and with them, the homes of creatures that took millions of years to evolve have vanished forever. Animals that may never be fully studied by science. The Amazon is not just a Brazilian forest located in a distant country. It is the green heart of our planet, pulsing life through every giant tree, every mighty river, every creature we have encountered on this journey. This vast green expanse, this unparalleled natural treasure, produces about 20% of the oxygen we breathe every day. Every person, anywhere on the planet, is breathing air purified by the Amazon. It regulates the global climate, determines rainfall patterns, influences temperatures worldwide, stabilizes the planet, and it is home to more than 10% of all known biodiversity on Earth. 1/10 of all species we know live here. The Amazon does not belong solely to the countries that share it geographically. It is the heritage of all humanity. It is a shared legacy, and it is up to all of us, regardless of nationality or location, to protect it so that future generations can marvel at the same extraordinary creatures we have come to know today. The conservation of the Amazon is a race against time. This is no exaggeration, no dramatization. It is reality. Every second counts. Every individual action matters, because protecting the Amazon is literally protecting the future of our planet. If you were captivated by this immersive journey into the deepest secrets of the Amazon, leave a like on the video. It's not just a symbolic gesture. Every like helps our algorithm and helps spread this message about the importance of the forest. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our upcoming documentaries about wildlife and ecosystems that urgently need our attention. Share this content with those who love nature too. Share with friends, share with family. Help spread real awareness about the vital importance of conservation. Visit conservation organizations, consider making donations, choose products that do not contribute to deforestation. Vote with your conscience.
Your choices matter. Until the next adventure through the wild realms of our extraordinary planet.